Hello, welcome to the class number 2. If you are watching this live, please say hello. My name is Natalie and this is lesson 2 of the A2 course, and today we are going to do big numbers, dates and times. Okay, so let's have a look at the content of today's class. Okay, and please, if you are watching, say hello. Okay, so let's see what's in the class today. Right, we will do numbers. So we'll do pronunciation issues and other things to consider when talking about big numbers and small numbers. We will do dates. So for example, how to say the date and things to consider about date formats in different places in the world. Okay, and we will look at telling the time. Okay, so lots and lots in the class. So are you ready? You need a notebook and a pen, okay, because you have to do some work in this class. Okay, so let's begin with lesson 2 with perfectly spoken. Okay, so first of all, numbers. What's your favourite number? My favourite numbers are, I have 2 favourite numbers, 3 and 7. Why? I don't know, but look, here's number 7. I don't know why. I don't have a reason, but I like the number 3 and the number 7. Okay, so let's go. Numbers. How do you say this number? Easy. 11. 11. Listen to the stress. 11. And this one? Easy. No? 27. 27. This one. 35. Be careful with the pronunciation of 30. It's kind of like a long sound. So it's like 30. 30, not 30, no. 30. So 35. Okay, next one. 49. 49. And the next one. What is it? 51. 51, not 51, no. We have 5 is 51. Why? I don't know. Okay, next number, 62. And 74. And 88. I like this number too. 88. 88. Okay, and 99. And then the next number, what is it? Yeah, it's 100, or you can say 100. Just for the first one, 100 or 100. Normally when we're speaking, we often say 100, like 100 people, 100 dogs. Okay, and this, listen, 150, 150. You mustn't forget the and, which we reduced to 150. Okay, 150. And this one, okay, 367. 367. Okay, so that was quite easy. Should we go on to some big numbers now? Yes? Okay, let's go. All right. Okay. Right, pronunciation issue, pronunciation. This is very important, and this is sometimes for native speakers, we really have to stress this too, because the difference between 13 and 30 is very, very, it almost sounds similar. So the difference is the stress. So you've got 13, 30. 13, 30. The next one, 14, 40. Next one, yes, good, okay. 15, 50. And the next one, 16, 60. You hear the difference, 16, 60. And the next one, 17, 70. Okay, and 18, 80. And 19, 90. And, oh, okay. So, that was issue about pronunciation. Now we'll go to the big numbers. Okay, so I want you to have a look. We're going to start with a small number and get bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay, are you ready? Good. I'm glad you're ready. Okay, right, here we go. So, easy. 8. 18. And this? 118 or 118. And this? Okay, yes, it's 2,118. So 2,118. Notice we don't say thousands, okay? So it's 2,118. And we also don't say 100. You have to use the numerical term 1 here. Okay, next one. Okay, let's see. What do you think? So yes, it's not difficult. It's just practice. Yeah, 12,118. And this one. Remember the with the 500. So it's 512,118. 512,118. Easy. Yes? Okay. Should we go for a bit higher? Yes? Yes? Okay. Right. And what's this? Okay, yes. 8,512,118. 8,512,118. And again, like with the thousands and the hundreds, we don't add an S. Okay, so now in this section, this is where you need your notebook and your pen, okay? Because I am going to dictate some numbers to you, okay? So I will dictate the numbers, you write them down, and then afterwards I'll tell you the answers on the screen, okay? Don't write the answers in the comments box if you're watching live, because I want you to write it at home. Is that okay? At home, so that you can see if you get it correct or not. Okay, so you ready? Okay, so I'm going to start. So the first number, 15. 15. Next number, 365. 365. Next number. 492. 492. Next number. 10,550. 10,550. I'll give you some time. Okay, next number. 15,360. 15,360. Okay, and next number. 500,000. 500,000 or 500,000. 500,000. Okay, next number. 897,301. I will repeat. 897,301. Okay, next one. 724,000. 724,000. That's it. Okay, next one. 550,250. So 550,250. Okay, and the next one, 19,750. 19,750. Okay, so let's see what you have. Okay, so are you ready to correct? One moment. Okay. So the first one was 15. 365. 492. 10,550. 15,360. 500,000. 897,301. 724,000. 550,250. And 19,770. So how did you go? All correct? Was it easy? Difficult? Let me know in the comments box if you're watching live. Okay, I want to know if it was easy or difficult. If it's easy, fantastic. If it's difficult, you need more practice. Okay, right. So now we've talked about big numbers. We're going to talk about smaller numbers now. Okay, so let's have a look at this. Okay, how do you say this? How do you say this as a number? Okay, yes, it's 1.5. 1.5. So that the dot is a point. I know in some countries it's a comma, but in most English-speaking countries it's a point. An alternative, obviously, to 1.5 is 1.5. Listen to the pronunciation, okay? 1.5, no, 1.5. So again, the and becomes 1.5, 1.5. You say 1.5, 2.5, 3.5, 4.5, 5.5, etc. Okay, so it's 1.5. Okay, and then we've got this one. How do we say this? Yeah, it's not 1.75, no. Look what happens. We say 1.75. So we separate the numbers after the point. So 1.75, no, 1.75. Okay, even, for example, a number like this, excuse me, a number like this will be 1.05 or 1.05. Okay, so you've got 1.05 or 1.05. This word naught here is quite interesting. It comes from an old English word meaning nothing. So in British English we use it a lot when we're talking about numbers like this, and it's sometimes you see it spelt with an O, N-O-U-G-H-T, and sometimes with an A, U-G-H-T. So both are correct, both are acceptable in British English. Okay, right. I think that is enough of numbers now. We're going to go on to our next subject for today. I can't see any comments in the box at the moment, so I'm sorry if I'm not saying anything to you if you're watching live, but I will try during the lesson to find the comments, okay? So if you're there, I'm sorry if I'm not saying hello. Okay, so we're going to continue with our class. Right, let's have a look. So what's the date? The date. For example, what is the date today? It's the 8th of October. Right? And what's this date? Oh, hang on. Sorry. Okay, what's this date? How do we say this date? Okay, yes. This is how you say it, spoken. It's the 31st of December. The 31st of December. The 31st of December. That's in British English. In American English, they change the order and they say the month first. So it's December 31st. December 31st. So in this format, you don't need a preposition. So it's very, very important to remember that in the dates in English, we use ordinal numbers when we're talking about the days. And in your language, do you use ordinal numbers like first, second, or do you use just the number? So for example, I know that in a lot of European countries and Latin languages, they say the number like 31. In English, no, we say 31st. Okay, so let's just going to have a quick revision of ordinal numbers. Okay, so let's have a look. Ordinal numbers. They've got first, And we often write the ST for the first, second, third. It's like 30. Remember that. It's not thirt. No. Third. It's like a long sound. Third. Okay. Fourth. Fourth. I know in some languages it's difficult, but it's fourth. You don't really pronounce the R. Okay. This one you can pronounce in two ways. Fifth or fifth. Fifth is easier. The second F, you take it out. So it's fifth, fifth, or fifth. Both are correct. Okay, and this one, sixth. So now it's kind of easy because you just add the sound at the end of the number. The seventh, eighth, ninth, 10 would be the number, 10th. And the way we write it, 10th. Okay, so really you have to remember, and the pronunciation, maybe it's a bit difficult, but again, practice, lots and lots of practice. Okay, so let's have a look. What's next? Okay, so this date. How do you say this date? Say it. Don't write it, say it. Okay, yes, it's the 20th of June. This is how you say it. Notice when you're saying the date, oh sorry, the other one has appeared here. Okay, so you can say it's the 20th of June in British English, or in American English, it's June 20th. That was my American accent. Sorry, it's not very good. Okay, so it's the 20th of June, or it's June 20th. In the first one here, the and the of, it's the 20th of June, you don't write it when you're writing the date, but you do say it when you're pronouncing the date. So, for example, yes, you would write it's 20th June or it's June 20th, but you say it's the 20th of June. It's the 20th of June, or it's June 20th. Okay. Right, so now let's look at this question. Look very carefully at the cake. I made this cake. I was very proud of this cake. I made it for my daughter when she was 4. So here you can see the fantastic, very pink cake, and it says on the piece of paper here next to it, it says happy 4th birthday. So the question is, when's your birthday? When is your birthday? Tell me, when is your birthday? Has anybody got the same birthday as me? My birthday is on the 10th of December. The 10th of December, a fantastic date, yes. So you remember, because I think the last class of this A2 course is on my birthday. So, okay. Let's go. So, a quick comment about date format. Obviously, the date, the 8th of March 2018, date 8th of March 2018. In European date format, we would write that as 8 for the 8th, 3rd being March, because it's the 3rd month of the year, and 18 being 2018. In US date format, in the United States, they write the month first. So that will be 3 meaning March and 8 meaning the day. So it would be March 8th, 2018. So you have to be careful when you are communicating with people in different parts of the world. Make sure you know which date format they're using. Okay. So now, again, in your fantastic notebook, you have, get your pen again. So yes, you have to do some work. I am going to dictate some dates. Okay. Now I have written the answers in the European date format. If you write the dates in the US date format, that's okay. It's just the answers will be in the European date format. Okay. So, are you ready? Do you have your paper? Okay, I will begin. All right. So, first date. There are 6 in total. Okay. So the first one, the 28th of April, 1988. I'll repeat. Shall I repeat? Yes, okay. So the 28th of April, 1988. Okay, the next one. The 14th of August, 1936. The 14th of August, 1936. And the next one. Excuse me. The 11th of February, 2017. The 11th of February, 2017. The next one. The 30th of May, 2018. The 30th of May, 2018. Okay, next one. The 1st of January, 2019. The 1st of January, 2019. And the next one, the 8th of June, 2004. The 8th of June, 2004. Okay, so are you ready to check your answers? Okay, let's go. Right, so the first one was the 28th of April, 1988. Here I've just written 88. You could write 1988, that's okay. The next one was the 14th of August, 1936. Obviously you could write 1936. The next one, the 11th of February, 2017. Notice we say 2017, not 2017. That's our usual way of saying the years in English. However, normally when we get to like 2000, we don't say 20 because it sounds strange. So you say 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, and then you get to 2010, or 2010. Some people say 2010 and some people say 2010. But generally now we start saying 2010, 2011, 2012. For example, the Olympics were in 2012 in London, not 2012. Okay, that's extra information. Okay, all right. Next one was 30th of May 2018. 30th of May 2018. The 1st of January 2019. 1st of January 2019. And the next one was the 8th of June 2004. You hear that? 2004. Okay, because 2004 sounds strange. So we go 2004. So, how did you do? Easy, difficult? Do you remember all the months? You need to revise the months of the year as well. So please let me know if you have any questions. Now we are going on to the time. So I want you to look at the next slide and tell me, well, think about whether you know the times. And I'm going to try and find the chat so I can answer any of your questions. Okay, so let's go here. Right, and here you can see some clocks. Just for 1 minute, look at the clocks and think in your head, do you know what time the clocks say? Okay. Okay, so let's have a look at the clocks again. All right, so we've got lots of clocks here. For example, what colour is the clock that says 5 to 12? 5 to 12. What colour is it? Yes, it's green. The one that says 5 to 12 is green. Okay, what colour is the clock that says 5 past 3? 5 past 3. What colour is it? Yes, it's black. It's black. Well done. Okay, and what colour is the clock that says 10 to 7? 10 to 7. What colour is it? Yes, it's green, lime green, in fact. Okay, so well done. Okay, now let's have a look at some details about the time. Okay, when we ask for the time, we have two possible questions. What's the time? Or do you know? What time is it? So what's the time or what time is it? Both are correct. We use both. You decide which is your favourite question and you can use that. Okay, next. Okay, so we have what's the time, what time is it? Okay, on the red clock, what time is it? Yeah, it's 6 o'clock. It's also 6 o'clock on, I think, on the blue clock and the yellow clock as well. Yeah, so let's have a look. So basically, in English, with the clock, we split it into two halves, okay? So the half on the right is past. That means that you have 7 o'clock and then you go moving down and it's 7:05. So 5 minutes past 7, okay? And then when you get to the bottom, you say 1/2. So for example, here you can see it's got a clock, then 5 past, 10 past, 1/4 past, or 1/4 past. In fact, in the grammar books, they always say 1/4 past 7, 1/4 past 8. But in fact, when we're speaking, usually we just say 1/4 past 7, not 1/4 past 7. Okay. Excuse me. So 20 past, 25 past, 1/2 past. And then, and then with 2, the 2 actually means until. So it's like 20 minutes until we get to the next time. So it's after 1/2 you start talking about the next time, okay? So for example, it'd be 7 o'clock, 5 past 7, 1/4 past 7, 20 past 7, 1/2 7, and then it's 25 to 8. So we start talking about the next time. Do you do that in your language? Do you talk about time in the same way? Think about how you say the time in your language. Do you do the division between minutes past and then until? Because I know in every language you express time slightly differently. It's kind of interesting, I think. Says a lot about the culture, the way you tell the time. Okay, so here we've got 25 to, 22, 1/4 to, 10 to, 5 to. Okay, so basically if you're starting to learn the time, I would start with the basics. So you've got a clock, and then we just split the clock into 4 quarters. So you've got 1/4 past, 1/2 past, missed one, 1/4 to, and a clock. Okay, so let's do that again. So you've got 1/4 past, 1/2 past, 1/4 to, and a clock. Start there. And then let's see if you know what time is it here. It's 7 o'clock. What time is it here? Time is it? Yes, it's 5 to 4. Notice the pronunciation. 5 to 4, 5 to 4, 5 to 4, 5 to 4, 5 to 4. The 2, we almost eat it. It's 5 to 4. Okay. And now, what time is it here? What time is it? Here's a little trick. Okay, it's a trick. It's good, it's good. Right, so here, it's not 2:30 and it's not 25 to 3. So what do you say? Well, here's a little trick to make you look really, really excellent at English. And it's this. It's just gone 2:30. The just gone means it's just past 2:30. So it's not 2:30 and it's not 25 to 3. We're somewhere in the middle. Okay? So if you say this, you look very, very professional at English. So well done. Okay, another little trick. Okay, what time is it here? So here it's not 2 o'clock and it's not 2:05. So we don't say it's 2:02. No, we'd say it's 2 minutes past 2. So when it's not 5 past or 10 past or quarter past or 20 past, we use the minutes. Do you say this in your country? Do you talk about exact minutes? Think about it, because it's interesting. I know in some countries they don't make this distinction, so it's interesting. Okay, now obviously here we've talked about time, but you can also talk about time in a digital format. Okay, digital. So let's have a look at some differences. Okay. So we've got, what time is it? It's 3 a.m. 3 a.m. 3 a.m. What's a.m.? What does it mean? Yes, it means 3 in the morning. It actually comes from Latin. It means something like antes meridian or something. AM is before 12 o'clock, midday. Or you can say it's 3 a.m. You can't say it's 3 o'clock a.m. It sounds strange. It's 3 o'clock in the morning or it's 3 a.m. Okay, so it's 3 a.m. or it's 3 o'clock in the morning. And then when it's the afternoon, you can say it's 3 p.m. post meridian, I think. And it means it's basically after midday. Okay, so you can say it's 3 p.m. or it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay. So we're going to look at the digital way of saying the time. So here we've got it's 6:30 or it's 6:30. So this way of telling the time really started with the invention of the digital clocks and digital watches. So we started saying 6:30. It's 6:30. It's 6:30. So have a look at these numbers, these times. Okay. So you can see here in the middle, 6:30. It's 6:30. Okay. And then we've got it's 3:10. The first one is 3:10, or it's 3:10. 3:10. Now, many of my students say that they prefer the digital way of saying it. They always say, no, Natalie, oh, it's 1/2 past, 1:15, 1:45. It's too difficult. Now, that's okay, right? It's okay to choose, say, I'm only going to speak in digital. That's fine, no problem. What is the problem? The problem is that other people sometimes use digital, sometimes use the traditional way. So even if you want to say the digital format, 3:10, 6:30, 5:45, you have to understand the other format. Okay, so it's good to practice both ways of talking about the time. Okay, so let's have a look. So we've got lots of examples here. What time is it? So have a think. What time is it? Okay, yeah, so we've got 11:20 or 20 past 11. We've got 8:30 or 8:30. We've got 10:50 or 10 to 11. 10 to 11. We've got 9:15 or 9:15. We've got 12:30 or 12:30. We've got 4:40 or 20 to 5. 20 to 5. We've got 7:55 or 5 to 8. 5 to 8. We've got 7:15 or 7:15. 7:15. So I know it's a bit complicated, but practice. I want you to keep looking at your watch, 5 or mobile phone, 5, 10, 15 times a day, and practice saying the time in both formats, in the traditional format and the digital format, okay, because this is fantastic practice, okay, this will help you really get it into your head. Okay, so now I'm sorry, but it's your turn again. So I'm sorry, lots of work in this class. You need your notebook. You need a pen. I am going to say some times. Maybe I say the time in digital, or maybe I say the time in traditional. Because we use both, we use the two ways, it's important to recognize both. Okay? So, the first one, you ready? There's, hang on, one moment. There are 12 in total. Okay? So, the first one, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's 10 to 10. It's 10 to 10. It's 8:15. It's 8:15. It's 6:20. It's 6:20. 6:20. It's 7 minutes past 9. It's 7 minutes past 9. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. It's 3:30 in the afternoon. It's 6:45 p.m. It's 6:45 p.m. It's 9:30. It's 9:30 in the evening. 9:30 in the evening. Okay. It's 1:15. It's 1:15. 1:15 in the afternoon. And this one, it's midday. Midday. And the last one, it's midnight. It's midnight. Okay. All right, so let's have a look and see how you did. All right, so we've got, hang on a minute. Let's have a look. So I said this one, it's 5 a.m. or it's 5 o'clock in the morning. It's 9:50 in the morning, 9:50 a.m. or it's 10 to 10. Okay, and the next one, it's 8:15 in the morning, or 8:15 a.m. or 8:15. And this one, it was 6:20 in the morning, or 6:20. And the next one, 7 minutes past 9 in the morning, or 7 minutes past 9 a.m. Okay, and the next one, 3:30. 3:30 in the afternoon. 3:30 p.m. In fact, I don't know, in some countries, this use of what we call the 24-hour clock, for example, in Britain, we don't use this format very much. We tend to use AM, PM. But I know in Spain, where I live, they definitely use the 24-hour clock much, much more. And in your country, do you use the 24-hour clock or not? Okay, and let's have a look. Right, so here I said 6:45 in the afternoon or evening, 6:45 p.m. And the next one, 9:30 in the evening, 9:30 p.m. 1:15 in the afternoon, or 1:15 p.m. And this one, I said midday. Now midday is the middle of the day, so yeah, it's 12. And then you've got midnight, which is the same, but 12 hours later, midnight, middle of the night, boom, together in 24-hour clock. This would be 2400 hours. Okay. So, that was a lot of information. I really hope that you found this interesting, and I really hope that, you know, it was good practice. Remember, you can practice more. If you subscribe, you have a test on the contents of this class. So thank you very much. Let's just look one more time at what we did in the class. So we did numbers, dates, and times. That was a very detailed class, so I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for joining me, and remember, you can come and see lesson 3 very, very soon. So, goodbye, and I will see you in lesson 3. Thank you very much. Bye.